9 on Your Side starts now.
Now at 11, from Washington to the Queen City.
Hello, Cincinnati.
President Trump makes a campaign stop right here in Cincinnati.
Good, it's great to be back in the state that I love. I love this state.
The fight for your vote in 2020.
I can't think of him doing any better than what he did tonight.
And protests right outside tonight's rally.
Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here.
9 on Your Side at 11 starts now. Right now at 11, President Donald Trump makes his case for re-election right here in Cincinnati.
The president just wrapped up a Keep America Great rally with Vice President Mike Pence. Thousands packed U.S. Bank Arena. President Donald Trump calling this a record crowd. He criticized Democrats right off the bat.
No one has paid a higher price for the far left's destructive agenda than Americans living in our nation's inner cities. They have paid a dear price. You see what's happening?
The president just tweeted about the rally saying, "Thank you, Cincinnati, Ohio. Together, we are going to keep America great."
Not everyone is happy the president came to town. We did see protests outside the rally and some inside as well. One of them turned violent.
Police say Dallas Frazier punched Michael Alter after getting out of that pickup truck. Alter was there to protest against the president. He told us pro-Trump protesters were on one side of Broadway and the anti-Trump protesters on the other. According to court documents, Frazier said, quote, "You want some?" and then hit Alter repeatedly. Alter was treated at the emergency room, we are told. Frazier is facing assault charges tonight. Police say this is the only incident like this that they are aware of.
We do have live team coverage of the president's visit. We start with Kristen Swilley, who was inside U.S. Bank Arena for tonight's rally. Kristen.
Yeah, good evening, Tanya. President Trump took direct aim at some of his Democratic rivals and touted a lot of his accomplishments while some of his supporters tangled with protesters. Thousands packed U.S. Bank Arena, another stop on the Trump-Pence re-election campaign.
What we've done, no other administration in the first 2.5 years in history has done.
But not everyone was on board. There were two short-lived outbursts quickly quelled by the crowd and drowned out by the cheers of a base loudly declaring its support.
It's been 2.5 years of promises made and promises kept.
More military funding, tougher borders, and a stronger economy were just some of the promises tonight.
Our stride is back and our stand is clear. We are finally putting America first.
And the president didn't hold back when it came to his rivals for the White House.
While Republicans are working every day to build up our country, the rage-filled Democrat Party is trying to tear America apart.
President Trump says his plans for bringing back factory jobs and lifting regulations on businesses will boost the economy and directly benefit Ohioans.
We will keep America great. Thank you, Ohio. Thank you.
Now, U.S. Bank Arena holds a little bit more than 17,000 people, and nearly every seat was filled tonight. Reporting live at U.S. Bank Arena, Kristen Swilley, 9 on Your Side.
All right, Kristen, thank you. And our team spoke with President Trump's supporters as they left tonight's rally. Here's what they had to say.
I liked every single thing he said, and Pence as well. They were outstanding. I couldn't ask for better. I was so proud of him.
His speech was awesome, and it makes me proud to be an American.
I feel unbelievable. I feel like there's just so much love in the air, love for the country, love for just being American.
Other supporters we spoke with cited the economy, relations with Israel, and his plans for health care as reasons they support the president.
While supporters packed the arena, protesters packed the streets.
When repro rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When gay rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
9 on Your Side's Marielle Carbone picks up our team coverage with the message from those demonstrations tonight.
Well, it was a long day for people who attended the rally, people literally waiting hours in line, but it wasn't all just supporters here. The lines long as supporters from near and far waited to see President Donald Trump. But just a few blocks away, this.
Say it loud, say it clear, immigrants are welcome here.
protesters denouncing the president.
There are some people who resent the fact that he is disrespectful to the office of the presidency of the United States of America. That in and of itself is shameful.
This protest led by local and state Democratic leaders like Hamilton County Clerk of Courts Aftab Purval and State Representative Catherine Ingram.
There's no doubt that President Trump uses irresponsible, divisive, insensitive, and often racially motivated rhetoric.
When people of color are under attack, what do we do?
The group wanting to stand up to what they call Trump's disastrous policy.
No ban, no wall.
Like immigration reform, the economy, and addressing poverty.
I'm confident our ideas are better than his.
And hoping the protest helps to define the debate heading into the campaign season.
And it's important for us to set a tone about what we need to hear, how we need to move forward.
And that protest, it was just one of several that happened in the downtown area today. Reporting from U.S. Bank Arena, Marielle Carbone, 9 on your side.
You know, when you have Air Force One, it just doesn't take long to get back to Washington. Folks, this is video of President Trump returning to Joint Base Andrews. Just arrived into our newsroom moments ago. His next campaign rally is scheduled for August 15th in Manchester, New Hampshire.
If you missed President Trump's rally and want to watch it, well, we have you covered. You can find the president's entire speech on platforms like Roku and Amazon's Fire TV, along with WCPO.com and our YouTube channel. Happening now, an accident on I-71-75 south to talk about here. Snarls traffic going into Kentucky. All the lanes are now reopened, but this was the scene just a few moments ago when just one lane was open. It's not clear if anyone was injured.
Right now, the man accused of killing 4 family members in Westchester could return to the tri-state at any minute. Officers arrested Gurpreet Singh in Connecticut last month. He was released to Ohio officials earlier today. Now, Singh is facing 4 charges, that is, of aggravated murder. Prosecutors say he used a handgun to kill his wife, her parents, and her visiting aunt back in April.
Time to take a look at your 9 first warning weather. As we do that, we've had a little bit of shower activity, some showers and storms around here tonight, but very isolated. Some folks got hit pretty hard, like up in Mason. In fact, I've got my camera up there by Kings Island. Some temperatures showing across the tri-state now. 70 degrees in Mason, 73 in Florence. You'll see the 70s pretty much across the area. Generally fair to clear skies all across the tri-state. We may, in fact, see a little bit of fog in the morning. 76 in Cincinnati right now. Temperatures are going to drop into the middle to upper 60s out the door. There will be some partly cloudy skies through the day, and we continue with that very slight and spotty chance of a shower into the afternoon. I'm back to talk about your weekend forecast in a couple of minutes.
I think it's going to bring a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunity, and improve a lot of historical buildings.
New at 11, staking a claim in the West End. Business owners in the Brighton community are hoping FC Cincinnati will bring more jobs and opportunity to the area.
The community is nestled near Central Parkway and Bank Street. You can see the location here on the map. That's about 1 mile from where FC Cincinnati is currently building their new stadium.
9 on your side's Jake Ryle shows us the impact that could soon be felt by businesses in that area.
From boarded up windows to a full-scale development, business owners here in the West End say they're hopeful with FC Cincinnati moving in that there'll be a brighter future for the Brighton community. Inside Arts on the Ave,
this is going to be more for the shake.
Byron Thomas Jr. hoping to shake things up. Surrounded by art, the driving force for the Brighton Arts District.
A lot of businesses over here. It's a lot of great people, great artists.
FC Cincinnati will be building their stadium about a mile away.
I definitely want the area to thrive, just so people can see that the potential that's what's over here and the what's already established.
The area has its roots in history, and it's branching out.
Definitely.
Alex Taylor is the CEO for visual media company Oval Room Group.
We've had a lot of growth going on here, even in the last 18 months, 2 years, but I think the FC Stadium is going to bring a lot of people down here.
His company has already staked a claim.
We've kind of been a pioneer in this area and hoping to see a lot of the people follow the trend to come into the market, capitalize on the energy that FC will bring.
And he's hoping for a palette of diversity for any business owners who will listen.
It's kind of one of those things, if you could just get them in the door, they'd understand the potential of these buildings.
He says developers are already planning office space and entertainment areas. A masterpiece waiting to be built.
Still thriving and just add to that.
In the West End.
Make it beautiful. Brighten up Brighton.
Jake Ryle, 9 on your side.
Coming up, inferno in the sky. A gas line explosion in Kentucky turns deadly. The new information about the investigation just coming into our newsroom.
And Katy Perry needs to pay up the amount of money she's ordered to pay after a jury convicted her of copying another person's song.
And still ahead, new month, new deals. Consumer reporter John Matarese on your side with the items to buy during August so you don't waste your money.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. 9 on your side at 11 is back right after the break.
Please spend just a few seconds of your life on this.
It's one of those things where, like, I mean, they birthed me. They've seen every stage performance.
Well, one of them did, yeah.
Yeah.
Mom did. The other one was busy celebrating National Tater Tots Day that
day. You're watching 9 on your side at 11.
Developing now, North Korea has launched unidentified projectiles into the Sea of Japan. It's the third time it's happened in just over a week. It's not clear how many were fired or how far they flew either. The projectiles in the last 2 launches were determined to be short-range ballistic missiles. The United States is monitoring the situation.
New information about this deadly gas line explosion took place in central Kentucky, and investigators say everyone who was missing is now accounted for. This video, though, from Junction City, just south of Lexington, the explosion sent a giant fireball into the sky, as you can see right here. Sadly, 1 person is dead. 5 others are injured as a result of this. Investigators are still trying to figure out the cause of the explosion.
New at 11, singer Katy Perry and others must pay nearly $3 million for copying another song. This week, a jury ruled Perry copied her hit song Dark Horse from a 2009 Christian rap song by Marcus Gray. Perry testified the song was entirely her own work. The singer will pay $550,000. Capitol Records is responsible for a majority of the rest.
And back here at home, attorneys for a Carlisle woman accused of killing and burying her baby want charges against her tossed out. Brooke Schuyler Richardson is facing murder charges. The defense says that prosecutors unintentionally presented false information to the grand jury. This after a forensic anthropologist who examined the child's remains recanted testimony that the remains were charred. We will let you know when the judge makes a decision on this motion.
A Carlisle man will spend life in prison for sexually abusing 2 girls. A jury convicted Ronald Rowland of rape and gross sexual imposition. Prosecutors say he abused the victims between 2009 and 2017. The abuse began when one of the girls was 9 and the second 12. Rowland will be eligible for parole after 56 years.
So what's behind the fence? That's what Kings Island fans want to know, with a series of cryptic posters now in front of its secret construction zone. John Matarese has been reporting on this. Tonight, more than 2,000 people have signed an online petition on change.org, and they are demanding that Kings Island reveal what's going on behind that fence, where they believe the park has started building a giant new roller coaster. And they shouldn't have to wait long, though. The park is hinting at a big reveal in just 2 weeks' time on National Roller Coaster Day.
Haven't we shown the blueprints for this?
John Matarese has, yeah.
So don't we know what's going to be?
We kind of know, but they just haven't officially said.
2 more weeks. That's all you have to wait. Yeah. Okay, it's hard to believe. It's already August, folks, and the new month, well, that comes with a lot of great deals.
Consumer reporter John Matarese, by the way, is on your side tonight to show you the items you should buy this month so you don't waste your money.
We're entering a new month, August, which not only is back to school time, but it's also one of the best months of the year to find bargains, according to DealNews.com. August brings both the end of summer clearance sales and the back to school sales. Plus, it ends with a big holiday sales weekend, and that's Labor Day. And in Ohio, this weekend is the annual sales tax holiday on clothing. So the website DealNews.com is just out with its list of things to buy and things to avoid right now. Deal News says August is the best time of year to buy laptops and other school items, such as apartment furniture and office supplies. It's also the best month for buying summer apparel, up to 70% off. Also, patio furniture and grills, you'll find them at up to 75% off. Now, Deal News says buy next year's patio furniture now. You can save several $100s over the cost of it next spring. But Deal News says August is not the best time to buy fall clothing. Hold off a month if you can. That way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese, 9 on your side.
Fall. We're not ready for fall yet. We're right in the heart of summer.
Hey, we're right there.
The talk about going back to school, too.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, it really is, though, only a few weeks away for that, right? I know. Think about the Bengals are going to kick off in a few weeks. kind of crazy.
Didn't feel like football weather out there today.
No, yeah, right. Now we're near 90 degrees, and we will be. In fact, let's show you what's going to happen in the next 7 days. And first and foremost, we're going to see more of what we had today, really tomorrow. As we look at it, we continue to see a very slight chance of maybe a scattered shower. Very spotty east of greater Cincinnati, showing up again for our forecast. But I think most folks tomorrow just see a nice summer day. And then we're going to lose that even moisture component, and it's just going to be mostly sunny for Saturday and Sunday. And temperatures are going to go up a degree or two in the neighborhoods. It's generally going to be in the upper 80s to about 90 degrees now for the next 2 to 3 days ahead. Include maybe Monday on that as well. Not much is going to happen until we get into next week, and then it looks like there's going to be a cold front that slices through the area and brings us some rain. So as we look at future view up tight, you'll notice into Friday that we've got a little bit of cloudiness showing up in the afternoon again. A couple of spotty showers really to the south, it looks like, because the system that we've talked about all week now is starting really to pull out of here. It was a little area of low pressure, and now that's pretty much gone, almost anyway. So I'm keeping that slight chance in for tomorrow, and then we're just talking about clear skies for the most part and mostly sunny conditions for Saturday and Sunday in the forecast, as I say, for the tri-state. So with that said, we'll flip it around and talk about really the most active weather, and that's over Florida. And the reason for that is going to be a little tropical wave that slides up and over the area for tomorrow. Now, that's kind of like the lowest form of tropical activity. But as we head into August, this is when we start to see all of the tropics get active in the Atlantic. August and September, always the most active time periods. I mention this because this is the point at folks trying to sneak in one last time. There's going to be a lot of rain across the southeast, so you might want to just take a good look at the forecast before you make any real finalized plans. Shifting gears to the Pacific, though, we're talking about Eric and Flossie, both tropical storms right now. The problem is while they're not going to hit Hawaii as a direct hit, they are going to come close enough where the heavy rain could very well cause some flooding issues or coastal erosion. In fact, Flossie may just nick the Big Isle coming up here by late Sunday night. Okay, so we're at 76 degrees right now. We're not seeing any rain at the moment, but we did have some showers and storms around here. In fact, some pretty good ones, actually. Moving through, it was a little bit more than east of greater Cincinnati tonight. It was more through Warren County, the east side, and then down through about Campbell County, but as I say, nothing now. We may see a little patchy fog overnight because of some leftover moisture and the clear skies that we'll see in a lot of communities. And then tomorrow I've got mostly sunny and 87. As we look forward then, Saturday is the family day, D-E-Y and D-A-Y. And you'll notice that kicks off at 3, gates open at 2, and you'll notice the temperatures if you're bringing the family there. And now if you're heading out to Nippert for Saturday night for the match at 8 o'clock, first touch is going to be 83 degrees. FanFest is actually on Sunday, and those same temperatures will hold up too. That's also out at Nippert. Okay, so for the weekend, I've got 87 to some 88s and even pushing it to 89 degrees on Monday. The next significant chance for rain coming up on Wednesday, guys.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
I return to sports now. Sports director John Popovich is here. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good weather here, lousy weather down in Atlanta, and baseball's reached its verdict on all those brawlers for the Reds and Pirates. The Reds were in Atlanta tonight, and a high school player from Cincinnati has reached the quarterfinals of a pro tennis tournament. Sports is coming up next.
Watch 9 on your side on your favorite devices, including Roku and Amazon's Fire TV.
Good evening, everyone. A pretty dry stay for the Reds for the last 6 games at home. They needed to go to Atlanta to find a weather delay, and that's what happened tonight. This one's just been declared a final, an official game. The Braves beat the Reds 4-1 in a game that went only into the 7th inning. Freddie Freeman and Adam Duvall with Atlanta home runs. Reds and Pirates got in a big fight on Tuesday. Major League Baseball lowered the boom today. That pitcher who started it all, Keone Kela of the Pirates, got handed a 10-game suspension. He got everybody worked up when he threw this fastball over Derek Dietrich's head. far as the Reds, Amir Garrett got tagged with 6 games. He's appealing it. Jared Hughes got docked for 3 games. He's appealing it. David Bell, he's down for 6. No appeal there. He started serving his sentence tonight. Yasiel Puig got hit with a 3-game suspension, but that's a problem for the Cleveland Indians and him to worry about. Reds and Braves have 3 more games. Trevor Bauer is going to make his debut in a Reds uniform on Saturday. Really nice night in St. Louis as the Cards and Cubs went at it. They started the night tied for the division lead, but Matt Wieters hit a 3-run home run in the 6th inning. That gave the Cardinals a 6-0 edge, and that was more than enough for Jack Flaherty, who did give up a hit until the 6th inning. He went 7. He struck out 9 in the 8-0 win. So the Cardinals lead the Cubs by 1 game, and now they lead the Milwaukee Brewers by 2 full games. Matt Chapman of Oakland hit a 2-run home run against Josh Hader in the 8th, giving the A's a 5-3 victory. Let's finish in Cleveland when Yasiel Puig played for the Indians tonight. Nearly knocked down the left field wall with this line drive, but the Indians lost to the Astros 7-1. No Bengals today. Their public workouts resume Friday at 3. Their family day is Saturday. The NFL preseason got started tonight in Canton. The Broncos just finished beating the Falcons in the Hall of Fame game. It was day 2 of training camp for the UC Bearcats. They're going to have another session on campus tomorrow before they move to Camp Higher Ground in West Harrison. Miami begins practice in Oxford on Friday morning. All the fall sports in high school were allowed to begin their drills today. This is Princeton High School, where the Vikings are hoping for big things. The season in Ohio doesn't begin for another 4 weeks. 2 young players from Cincinnati are getting wild cards for the Western and Southern Open. 17-year-old Katie McNally and 20-year-old J.J. Wolf are going to play qualifying when things get started on August 10th. Well, McNally today moved to the quarterfinals at the Washington Open in D.C. with a 3-set victory over Christina McNeil. It's the first time McNally has advanced this far in a pro tournament. 9 on Your Side's coming back right after this.
Just a nice summer day on tap for tomorrow.
Okay, over to you. That's about it. Let me show you here in the 7-day forecast. I got very little to say, and you took it all.
But you can take the rest of the day off.
I'm okay with that. We got Friday tomorrow, and I hope maybe you got the day off because it turns out to be a pretty nice day and really a nice weekend, too. Very summer-like, very pleasant, and really it's going to be on the drier side, too, until about middle of next week.
Wash the car.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great idea.
Time to get it done.
Yeah, I think I will take tomorrow off. I'll take your advice.
As it turns out, you will. That is 9 on Your Side at 11. We're always on WCPO.com.
Jimmy Kimmel Live is next.
Make me hate you even more now.
I know, you know what? You think we'll miss you, but really we'll just be talking about
Hey, I gave you the rest of tonight off, which
geez,
is like
thanks.
30 seconds. So, see, I'm a nice guy.